Have you ever found yourself wondering if there's maybe a truly profound secret to living a longer, happier, more purposeful life? Something perhaps hidden right in plain sight.
It's a great question because today that's exactly what we're exploring, this incredible Japanese concept called Ikigai.
That's right. And our guide for this is the really captivating book, Ikigai, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life by Héctor García and Francesc Miralles.
Yeah, it's a fantastic read. We're going to try and distill the core meaning of Ikigai, look at the practical wisdom from some of the world's longest living people, especially those folks on the Japanese island of Okinawa.
And importantly, connect those insights back to your life, see how they might apply.
Absolutely. The origin story is quite something too. Garcia and Miralles, they just stumbled upon this word Ikigai in a Tokyo bar.
Just like that, a chance conversation.
Pretty much. And this mysterious word, as they called it, sparked this whole journey for them, leading them all the way to Okinawa.
Right, where they found this uncommon joy among the islanders. It hinted at something much deeper than just, sunshine and fish.
Exactly. So our mission for you today is really to pull out the most actionable insights from their research, give you a bit of a shortcut to understanding Ikigai, and maybe how you can start uncovering your own.
Okay, so let's dive in. Ikigai. It's clearly more than just a word, right? The book says it translates roughly to the happiness of always being busy, but that feels incomplete somehow.
It does, yeah. It's much deeper than just being busy for busyness sake. Think of it more like your raison d'être, your reason for being.
Your purpose.
Exactly. The authors really emphasize that Ikigai is that fundamental thing that gets you out of bed in the morning. It's this profound drive, but it's often hidden deep inside. It requires a patient search,
And that connects to something really interesting they found about Japan, this idea of no retirement.
Yeah, that's fascinating. There isn't really a direct Japanese word for retirement in our Western sense of just stopping work completely.
Right. So what happens? People just keep working.
Yeah, especially those with a strong Ikigai. They continue doing what they love, contributing in ways that feel meaningful for as long as their health allows. It's not about stopping. It's about lifelong engagement purpose.
That sense of purpose being so deeply ingrained.
Yeah.
Wow.
It really is. And this leads us straight to Okinawa. It's an island famous for having an absolutely extraordinary number of centenarians, people living to 100 or more.
Way above the global average, right?
Significantly higher, yeah. The authors actually went to Ogimi, a specific village there known as the Village of Longevity.
And what did they find? Was it just the diet, the climate?
Those things definitely play a role, no doubt. The healthy diet, the subtropical climate, they help. But what Garcia and Miralles really pinpointed beyond those factors was Ikigai. It emerged as this crucial key to their long and joyful lives.
Joyful being the operative word there.
Absolutely. It's this holistic thing linking that deep sense of purpose directly to sustained well-being and longevity.
Okay, so this idea connects to the blue zones concept the book talks about.
Exactly. Blue zones are these specific geographic spots around the world where people tend to live significantly longer, healthier lives than the rest of us.
And Okinawa is one, but there are others.
That's right. The book mentions 5 main ones. You've got Okinawa, of course, with its plant-heavy diet, Ikigai, and these strong social groups called Moai.
Okay.
Then there's Sardinia in Italy, known for its specific diet, too. Lots of veg, some wine, and really tight-knit communities.
Italy. Okay. Where else?
Loma Linda, California is interesting. It's a community largely made up of Seventh-day Adventists who have notably longer lifespans.
Oh.
And the Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica. People there often stay incredibly active, working the fields well into old age.
Active lives makes sense.
Uh-huh.
And the last one.
Ikaria in Greece. A really high percentage of people there live past 90. They seem to follow a lifestyle rooted in sort of ancient practices.
Wow. So different places, different cultures, but are there common threads?
That's the fascinating part. Scientists studying these zones found these universal secrets cropping up again and again.
Like what?
The big ones are pretty clear. A healthy diet, obviously. Consistent daily movement, not necessarily intense exercise. Finding a purpose, their Ikigai. And crucially, building strong social ties.
Community connection.
Huge. Plus, managing stress, eating very little meat or processed stuff, maybe moderate alcohol, and that daily low-intensity movement, gardening, walking, just staying active naturally.
Okay, let's dig into the diet aspect a bit more. The Ikigai diet. The book talks about hara hachibu.
Ah, yes, the 80% secret. It's a classic Okinawan saying, fill your belly to 80%.
Meaning Stop eating before you're totally full.
Exactly that. It's about mindfulness, stopping when you feel satisfied, not stuffed. The idea is that constantly overeating wears down the body, speeds up cellular oxidation.
And they have cultural ways to support this, right? Like serving food on small plates.
Yeah, that's a neat trick. Lots of small plates make it feel like a feast, but you're naturally controlling portions. It kind of encourages that 80% rule without you even thinking too hard about it.
Smart. So what are they actually eating?
Variety is key. They eat something like 206 different foods regularly, maybe 18 different items a day. Compare that to, the nutritional poverty of a typical fast food diet.
Wow, 18 a day. That's a lot.
It is. Lots of eating the rainbow, 5, often 7 servings of fruits and vegetables daily. Grains, especially rice, are the base. Very little sugar, particularly refined sugar. About half the salt intake of mainland Japan.
And protein.
Fish a few times a week, maybe pork once or twice a week, but not a lot of meat overall.
And this connects to calorie restriction. Eating less to live longer.
That's a big part of it, yeah. The idea that eating fewer calories without being malnourished obviously can extend lifespan. It seems to give the body a break from constant digestion, lets it focus on repair.
And there are specific health benefits linked to that.
Definitely. Lower calorie intake is linked to reduced levels of IGF-1, a growth factor tied to aging. This seems to protect against things like obesity, type 2 diabetes, inflammation, heart disease, even some cancers.
Interesting. The book also mentions things like the 5.2 diet.
Right, as an alternative way to get some benefits of calorie restriction, basically eating normally 5 days a week and having 2 very low-calorie days, giving your digestive system a rest.
In Okinawan superfoods, what are some highlights?
Oh, loads of great stuff. Tofu, miso, tuna, carrots, goya, which is bitter melon, kombu seaweed, cabbage, sweet potatoes, peppers, all packed with antioxidants.
They drink special teas too, don't they?
Yes. Senpincha, which is a mix of green tea and jasmine. It's lovely. And it's linked to lower cholesterol, better immunity, stress reduction. Good stuff. And green tea in general is just an antioxidant powerhouse.
Like the power of a dozen glasses of orange juice.
It's like something like that. And then there's shikawasa.
The citrus fruit.
Yeah, unique to Okinawa. It's incredibly tart, but it's packed with this compound called nobiletin, like 40 times the amount in oranges. It seems to be amazing for protecting against arteriosclerosis, cancer, diabetes.
So for us, the takeaway is basically eat way more plants, whole grains, healthy fats, less sugar, less processed food, less meat.
That's pretty much the core of it. Focus on variety and nutrient density.
Okay, shifting gears a bit. Movement and mindset. It's not just diet.
Not at all. A huge finding from the Blue Zones is that it's not about running marathons or hitting the gym hard every day. It's about constant, gentle movement woven into life.
So less intense workouts, more just moving around.
Exactly. In Ogimi, the elderly folks are always up and about. Gardening, walking, community activities, playing gate ball, singing karaoke. They rarely just sit still for long.
And the book warns about sitting too much.
It really does. Prolonged sitting just tanks your metabolism. The advice is simple. Just get up for 5 minutes every half hour or so. It makes a huge difference.
And Eastern practices play a role here too, like yoga, tai chi.
Definitely. These disciplines are amazing for health, longevity, and that mind-body balance. Science backs them up now, too. They're great ways to integrate mindful movement.
The book mentions something called radio taiso.
Ah, yeah. That's uniquely Japanese. It's this simple warm-up routine broadcast on the radio every morning, been going since before World War II.
Wow. What's like?
Very gentle, mostly arm movements. It's often done communally, fosters a sense of unity, and it's designed to just get people moving, counteract our modern sedentary habits. Even centenarians in nursing homes often do it.
And tai chi.
Originally a martial art, now more of a health practice. It's all about slow, controlled, fluid movements. Very calming, great for balance.
Qigong as well.
Right. Qigong means working with life force or ki. It has tons of benefits. Brain waves, circulation, stress reduction, shiatsu massage is mentioned too for energy flow, and even just conscious breathing techniques.
It all feeds into that idea of a healthy mind and a healthy body.
Absolutely. Keeping the mind active is just as important. Mental exercise keeps neurons firing, helps the brain make new connections, and that directly boosts your mood and self-image.
Which is crucial because the book talks about the modern stress epidemic.
Yeah, this constant low-level buzz of stress, phone notifications, emails, deadlines. It's really harmful. It keeps our immune system slightly activated all the time, which can damage healthy cells, weaken our telomeres.
Telomeres, those protective caps on our DNA.
Exactly. Weakening them accelerates aging. Plus, chronic stress messes with memory, mood, sleep. it's bad news.
So the antidote is mindfulness.
Mindfulness is presented as a powerful tool. It's about switching off that mental autopilot, really connecting with the here and now, filtering out the noise.
And meditation helps with that.
Meditation is a great way to practice mindfulness. It helps calm the mind, shifts brain waves into more relaxed states, alpha and theta waves. Like a portable spa for your brain, as the authors put it.
But then there's a surprising twist about stress. That a little bit might be good.
Yeah, that was interesting. Dr. Howard Friedman's research suggested that people facing some stress, especially when it's linked to challenges they find meaningful, might actually live longer. It pushes them to develop healthier habits, perhaps.
So it's not about zero stress, but managing chronic stress,
Yeah.
finding purpose within challenges.
Exactly. And underlying all this seems to be attitude. The longest-lived people often shared a positive outlook and good emotional regulation skills. Resilience, basically.
Which brings us nicely to flow, the secret to being happily busy.
Flow. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's concept. It's that amazing state where you're completely immersed in what you're doing. Time just disappears.
You know that feeling?
Yeah.
Total absorption, pure focus, maybe even joy.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee's be water, my friend.
That's it. You become one with the activity. The book calls it a key ingredient for happiness, this optimal experience. It's way deeper than just fleeting pleasure.
So how do we find this flow state? The book gives strategies, right?
It does. 3 main ones. First, choose a task that's challenging, but not too challenging.
Goldilocks principle. Not too hard, not too easy.
Pretty much. Just outside your comfort zone enough to keep you engaged, but not so hard you get frustrated and quit. Like learning a new piece of software or a new dance step.
Makes sense. What's the second strategy?
Have a clear, concrete objective. Know what you're trying to achieve. Think about video games. The goal is always super clear.
Right. Unlike vague corporate goals sometimes.
Exactly. The book uses this idea of needing a compass over maps. A clear direction is more important than a rigid plan, especially when things are uncertain. And focus on the process, not just the outcome. Olympic athletes do this.
Okay, clear objective, focus on process. And the third?
Concentrate on a single task. This is the big one for most of us today, right? The epidemic of multitasking.
Tell me about it. We think we're being efficient, but
Studies show it tanks productivity by like 60% and can even temporarily lower your IQ. Our brains just aren't built for constant switching.
wow. So practical tips to fight distraction.
Yeah, the book suggests simple things. Maybe no screens first thing in the morning or last thing at night. Turn your phone off or put it away during focused work. Use timers like the Pomodoro technique. Create a dedicated workspace. Rituals help.
Rituals. That connects to Japanese culture, doesn't it? This idea of deep focus.
Definitely. There's Ganbaru, the idea of persevering, sticking with something.
Yeah.
And you see it in their artisans. Incredible focus, deep pride in their work. Even if it's making something seemingly simple like a makeup brush, they embody flow. Think of Jiro Ono, the sushi master. Decades perfecting his craft. That's his Ikigai in action.
Steve Jobs was inspired by this too, right?
He was captivated by Japanese simplicity, quality, the dedication of artisans, like a porcelain master named Yukio Shakunaga.
And Hayao Miyazaki, the Ghibli director.
Perfect example. He kept retiring, but couldn't stop drawing. His Ikigai was just too strong. He needed that hand-drawn process, that flow state. Lifelong dedication fueled by passion.
But flow isn't just for artists or geniuses, right? What about normal tasks?
That's where microflow comes in. Finding flow even in routine, mundane things
Oh,
by adding a layer of challenge or ritual. The book mentions a Tokyo elevator operator doing her job with almost balletic grace. Or Bill Gates apparently enjoying washing dishes by finding the most efficient way. It's about engaging fully.
making the ordinary extraordinary in a way, through focus and ritual.
Exactly. Humans are ritualistic. Rituals give structure, clear mini-goals, making it easier to find flow than just having one giant, vague goal.
So the happiest people aren't necessarily the ones hitting the biggest targets.
But the ones who spend more time in flow. The book suggests prioritizing rituals over goals, finding joy in the doing, the process. That's where Ikigai often lives day to day.
Okay, let's bring it home with community and connection, the social fabric.
Crucial. We mentioned the Moai, those Okinawan support groups. They provide financial, emotional stability. And Uemaro, the spirit of teamwork, helping each other out.
So community isn't just nice to have, it's fundamental.
Absolutely fundamental in Okimi. Social life revolves around community centers, lots of celebrations, music, dancing. The Uemaro spirit ensures everyone pitches in, Feels needed, feels part of something.
And the wisdom for the centenarians themselves. The interviews in the book are amazing.
They really are. So much simple, profound wisdom. A big theme was, don't worry.
Easy to say.
True, but they emphasize opening your heart, smiling. One said the best way to beat anxiety is just go out in the street and say hello to people. Simple connection.
Wow.
Cultivating good habits, waking early, tending a garden. One woman called that her Ikigai. Staying active. The key to staying sharp is in your fingers. Another said, if you don't work, your body breaks down. Constant purpose.
Friendships were key too.
Hugely important. Getting together with my friends is my most important Ikigai, one shared. Another, talking each day with the people you love. That's the secret.
Beautiful. And living an unhurried life.
Yes. Slow down. Relax. That was a common refrain. Not being idle, but being busy in a calm, focused way. Like doing wicker work, perhaps. Not rushing frantically.
And optimism, laughter.
Loads of it. Laugh. Laughter is the most important thing. That 98-year-old who considered herself young, still having so much to do, incredible attitude.
There's that inscription in Ogimi too, the older, the stronger declaration.
Yeah, at 80, I am still a child. Wait until I'm 100. It's this amazing statement of lifelong vitality, contribution, and relying on the community, not just family.
So pulling all these threads together,
Mhm.
what does Ikigai really mean for us, for you listening?
It's clearly not one single thing you find, like a magic bullet. It's more of a holistic way of living. It's that sweet spot where your purpose, your passions, your skills, and what the world needs kind of intersect.
And it's supported by these pillars: healthy habits, meaningful daily engagement, and strong community ties.
Exactly. So the invitation for you is to reflect. What activities truly absorb you, bring you into that state of flow? Where does time just melt away?
And thinking about habits. How can you start to cultivate ways of eating, moving, thinking that genuinely nourish you? How can you nurture those vital connections with people?
And maybe start reducing that constant low-level stress to make space. Space to uncover your own reason for being, your own Ikigai.
It leads to that final thought for the book, that maybe the happiest people aren't the ones achieving the most.
But the ones who spend more time in flow, maybe the real secret is embracing rituals over goals, finding that deep satisfaction and purpose in the everyday process of living your life.
Your Ikigai isn't something external you need to find. It's likely already within you, waiting to be discovered.
One mindful step, one moment of flow at a time.